We're standing at the base of the Hermitage Hill. We have here with us today Lison Rodet, who is going to speak with us for a little bit about these fabulous vineyards, the soils, the vines themselves. So, Lison, why don't you tell us what we're looking at here and let you talk to us?
Sure. Okay. So here we are standing on the Hermitage Hill. Hermitage appellation is the most prestigious one in the Rhône Valley, in the northern Rhône Valley. Okay. I work for Maison Chapoutier, who is the biggest owner on that appellation. Okay. So the whole appellation Hermitage is concentrated on that hill, and it's a very small one. It's only 130 hectares, and we own 34. So the biggest owner. Okay. For the red wines, we will use Syrah, 100% Syrah, and for the whites, 100% Marsanne. Okay, main grapes in the northern Rhône Valley. So we'll start here. What is very interesting about this Hermitage Hill is that the soil can be so different from one point to another. So you can see that there are two main blocks that comes from different origin, and you see that the junction is right in front of us. You can see with your eye directly. So let's start with the left block. Okay, left block, the one that has the chapel on the top. So this block comes from the other side of the Rhône River. Okay, where stands the appellation Saint-Joseph, which is quite famous also. This block is granitic, 100% granite, and granite is a very interesting terroir for the wines because it will give a very good freshness and a very good minerality as well. So everything granite. From there, we have our Pavillon, which is one of our famous single vineyard, red Pavillon, only red wine. Okay, we've got about 4 hectares with this Pavillon, but the yield is very low, so the production is very small. And the Pavillon would be, you can see this wall, the white wall, M. Chapoutier. Pavillon would be underneath, from the wall to the street here. Okay, and then if you look at the top, in between the white wall and the chapel on the top, here is the oldest vineyard on the hill. This is a named place called L'Ermite. Okay, and all this vineyard is ours, and the vines are 80 years old up there, very, very old. And the production, the natural production, is a very low yield, and all the roots can get deep, 10 to 15 meters under the ground level, so can give all the minerality from the terroir and give it back to the grapes, and then of course to the wine. So excellent single vineyard, mostly red one, and just half an hectare from the white, from Marsanne grape. And this is a very special white L'Hermite, because on this granitic block, this is the only white wine that is produced, because everything else is planted with the Syrah grape. So this is our wine that the professional will compare to the Montrachet, which is one of the best white Burgundy. Okay, so okay, for the left block, then we're gonna look at the right block here. This one is totally different, and it comes from the Alps. Okay, so the soil would be more sediments and deposits. So here, where we are standing now, this plot is called Les Greffieux. This is the only one which is totally enclosed. You can see it's surrounded by walls. And here this is only Syrah. But this plot is not only ours, like we share it with 3 other wine growers. Only Syrah. This is the last single vineyard that Michel Chapoutier started. And here we've got, you can see a huge density of plantation, because here this is a blend of young plantations and old vines. Okay, so this Les Greffieux, because this is a mix and there are a lot of young plantations, and this is a low part of the hill. So on the low part you always have less expression actually, and the exposure is not as good as on the top. So this one will be really on the freshness and on the expression of fruit. And then if you look at the top hillside, this has the same terroir as Châteauneuf-du-Pape. So you can see those rounded pebbles, yeah, the big and flat white stones. So those rounded pebbles will give a very good degree, good maturity to the vines. So the wine that we make up there would be more powerful and full-bodied and full of expression, everything. Well, actually, if you come into the winter, you can see directly with your eyes that the soil is so different. If you look at this part, everything would be like light brown color and really thin. This is alluvions. And then if you look at the top, you see that the top hillside is totally white from the rounded pebbles. But now this is July, so everything is green, so it's the same color everywhere, but it's so different. And then you can see the square house over there. This belongs to Maison Chapoutier as well. And this is a very nice terroir over there for the whites, because one of the hillsides that we can't see from here has a southeast exposure. It means that this hillside will have only the morning sun, so not too much heat. So this is very good for the whites. And we have there our Deloré single vineyard, very, very famous white.